Mga kapatid, Shema, makinig, magnilay, makisalo tayo sa salita ng Diyos. Tatsulok, triangulo, love triangle. Ito po ay isang pangkaraniwang tema ng maraming telenovela kung saan ipinapakita sa atin na kapag mayroong tatlong persona sa isang ugnayan, gulo ang dulot nito. Ngayon po, kakaibang pangatlo ang sinasabi sa atin sa buhay ng Diyos. Hindi nang gugulo, sa kalip, nagiging ganap at wagas ang nasabing ugnayan. The Feast of the Trinity is a celebration not of doctrine, but of God's revelation as love. As creatures created in the image of God, we need to reflect God's essence as relationships of three persons. Let us now listen to the Holy Gospel on this Feast of the Holy Trinity.
Noong panahong iyon, sinabi ni Jesus sa kanyang mga alagad,
Ang patnubay, ang espiritu ng katotohanan, ang paparito mula sa Ama. Susuguin ko siya sa inyo, buhat sa Ama, at siya ang magpapatotoo tungkol sa akin. At magpapatotoo rin kayo tungkol sa akin, sapagkat sa pasimula pa'y kasama ko na kayo. Marami pa akong sasabihin sa inyo, ngunit hindi pa ninyo kayang unawain ngayon. Pagdating ng Espiritu ng Katotohanan, tutulungan niya kayo upang maunawaan ninyo ang buong katotohanan. Sapagkat magsasalita siya hindi sa ganang kanyang sarili, sasabihin niya sa inyo ang kanyang narinig at ipapahayag ang mga bagay na darating. Pararangalan niya ako, sapagkat sa akin magmumula ang ipapahayag niya sa inyo. Ang lahat ng sa Ama ay akin, kaya ko sinabing sa akin magmumula ang ipapahayag niya sa inyo.
Ang ingay po at alingas-ngas ng nakaraang eleksyon ay nanahimik na. Naranasan natin kung paano napaka-divisive ang politika sa ating buhay. Mga pamilya, magkakaibigan, sa loob ng isang takanan, business associates are divided. With fervor, we pursue our partisan politics. With the same fervor, we cast aspersions on those the opposite side of the political spectrum. We become allergic to the color of their shirts, and we feel like avoiding them. But that is integral to democratic processes. Differences must be articulated and heard, that our choices are sharpened towards the search for common good. The time has now come to beat swords into plowshares. Let us return to sobriety. It is time to heal the relationship we put on hold, and perhaps even with church leaders from whom we distance ourselves because we did not share their political perspectives. If there are family ties that have been broken because of politics, let us cherish the things that matter. Relationship. Today's Feast of the Trinity recalls to us that our fundamental nature is relationship, a reality that is enhanced and enriched by diversity and differences. A meaningful celebration of the Feast of the Trinity is not only a deepened understanding of theological formulations, but our embrace of God's graciousness, generosity, and effusiveness. The purpose of this revelation is not only to let us know the truth about God. It is directly concerned with the destiny of humankind and all creation. Relationship. Allow me to highlight some points that our celebration of the Feast of the Holy Trinity is reminding us. First is the need for community. The French philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre once wrote, "Hell is other people." There are times in our lives when we find it easy to sympathize with that sentiment. If we have negative experiences of other people over a period of time, we can long to be our own, away from the troubles that others seem to bring to us. We can begin to think of heaven as a glorious state of isolation. Yet even the greatest loners among us long for human company and companionship from time to time. In the context of prison, solitary confinement is a very cruel form of punishment. We all long for some form of communication with others. If we were to call to mind the happiest moments of our life, we would probably discover that they involve some element of communion, some experience of relationship. It is for this same reason that people whom we love have the capacity to hurt us the most. Even in our age of great individualism, we know instinctively that no one is an island. Second, we need to create communities of love. A loving community is a just community. We live in a world whose paradigm is the logic of power and domination. Whether our relationship with creation or man's relationship with his fellow men. In our highly technological society, competition rather than cooperation is the dominant mode of action. From the internal bosom of the geopolitical arena, there is an incessant drive for people seeking to outwit one another. Our culture is so absorbed by compulsive addiction, where one has to be a winner or a loser. We are crazy for power to the same degree that we also starve for love. We need to create communities where each one is given his due. One's right is expected. One's dignity is upheld. We need fellowship more than hierarchical structure. Finally, in a community of love, there must be sharing and reciprocity. Love, to begin with, means sharing. Pagbibigayan, pagbabahaginan, pagpapalitan. Pwede tayo magbigay ng halimbawa ng pag-ibig ng isang magulang sa isang simbingwersang anak o pag-ibig ni Mrs. sa kanyang asawang iniwan siya. Ganumang kadakila at kagiting ang pag-ibig nito, they are nevertheless crippled because the joy inherent in love is missing. There can be no fulfillment without sharing and reciprocity kapag hindi natin tinugunan ang pagkabutihang ating natanggap, tayo na mismo na tumanggap ang mabibitin sa kagalakan. It doesn't mean that sharing would be withdrawn by the giver if the recipient does not reciprocate. Neither the giver's motive should be one of expecting something in return. It means rather that the recipient should reciprocate in order that this transaction be fulfilling both to the giver and the recipient, thus giving birth to a third reality in the communion, the spirit of friendship. Kita-kita po nito natin ang magandang halimbawa sa pagmamahalan ng mag-asawa. Dahil sa kanilang pagtatalik, pagbibigayan at pagpapalitan, pagbabahaginan, ay merong isinisilang na panibagong buhay. Ang popular expression, "the tree is a crowd," is totally reversed here. Tree is a community. Brothers and sisters, political affinities occasioned by 6 or 3 years elections are so fleeting. Let us long for the things that make us godlike, those dimensions of the human spirit that make us soar like eagle, the company of good friends, the joy of family, and unity in the community. Having been tried by the past election, let us all try to be mirror of the Trinity, of which we truly are. Please join me now in this short prayer. Banal na Santatlo, Ama, Anak, at Espiritu Santo, pinupuri po namin ang iyong pangalan dahil ikaw ay pag-ibig. Pag-ibig ang dahilan kung bakit mo kami nilalang. Pag-ibig din ng dahilan kung bakit nagkatawang tao ang iyong anak at nag-alay ng buhay. Pag-ibig din ang dahilan kung bakit sinugo mo ang iyong espiritu upang patuloy mo kami na masubaybayan. Tunghayan mo po ngayon, Ama, ang aming lipunan, ang aming pamilya, ang aming sambayanan, upang ang iyong pag-ibig ang siyang mamayani sa aming ugnayan. Upang sa gayon, maranasan namin ang pagkakaisa sa gitna ng aming pagkakaiba. Hinihiling namin ito, Ama, sa ngalan ng anak mo at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen. Mga kapatid, katatapos lamang nating magnilay sa salita ng Diyos. Ako po si Father Baltasar Ubico, Superior ng Franciscan Community dito sa Santuario de San Antonio, Forbes Park, Makati, ang muling nag-aanyaya sa inyo na manatili tayong di lang tagapagpakinig ng salita ng Diyos. Sa halip, ating tungi sa buhay at ibahagi sa lahat.